Why don't you come back?
I don't need them.
Why don't you need that?
Because I can do anything I want. I can do everything I want anyway. And because the happiness doesn't come from holding a pen with your hands. I can hold a pen with my foot. Or if I'm eating, I can use my hand eating, but I can also use my feet eating. There's always a way to solve practical problems. That's not the big thing in life. The big thing in life is relationship. It's love. It's what you experience. It's feelings. It's for example, I want to drive a car. When I was 18 years old, I wanted to be able to drive a car, just like my friends. Okay, I could have sit down and be sad because I cannot drive a car because I have no arms. But instead of doing that, because that doesn't lead to anything except sadness, but instead, I found a way to drive car in another way, and now I can drive a car just like everyone else. So now I don't miss anything.
在瑞典拍摄的工作十分的辛苦，这一天我们忙到了很晚。突然，我们开始怀念起家乡的中国菜。莲娜就带着我们来到了一家中国餐厅。原本我们想拿根叉子给莲娜使用，但是没有想到莲娜用起筷子比我们道地的中国人还要灵活呢。
Okay. I will. This is my office. This is where I work most of the time when I'm home, and I will go out on the internet and I will find a fax that someone has sent me and print it out.
认识了不平凡的莲娜，看着她自信开朗与残而不废、努力向上的精神，让我们不禁对她的感情世界与婚姻充满了好奇。
I told God that well, He knows. I mean, God knows us so well. He knows our thinking. He knows everything about us. He knows us better than we know ourselves. And so He knows what we're going to pray before we're going to pray it. I said to God, I would like to find a man in Stockholm. I want him to be from Stockholm. I want him to have long hair. I want him to be a Christian and love Jesus. And I want him to be a musician. And God answers all that and gave me Björn. For Björn to marry me, I think it's much harder than for me to marry him, because I'm used to my situation, also as handicapped, but for him everything is new. For me it's natural to take my foot and put on his hand, but for him it's strange in the beginning to hold a foot instead of a hand. So it's of course very many things for him to get used to. If we wouldn't have had Jesus in our lives, we would never be married today. Because especially our first year was a big struggle, and we almost had a divorce, and it was very, very hard. At that time, it was the only thing we could do was to pray. The only thing we could do was to just ask God to be close to us and help us and show us what to do. And we have never really quarreled, my husband and I. I think we are too, we don't have that personality, neither Björn nor I. But we can be sad or we can be irritated, and then we have to talk. The best part of being a Christian, the best part of having Jesus in our marriage is that we can just rely on Him, that when we face difficulties, because all couples face difficulties, everyone goes through hard times, and when we go through hard times, we know that God will help us and be close to us.
看着莲娜在厨房里为我们准备晚餐时，我想到莲娜的故事给我最深的启示就是：换一个想法可以海阔天空，换一个想法就可以活出精彩的人生。看着莲娜，不禁让我们想到她一生与身体残缺奋斗的艰辛历程。如果这个孩子是出生在台湾，他的未来将变成如何？ 是不是成为弃婴被送进孤儿院，还是长大后卖口香糖及彩券过活？但是，莲娜玛利亚的故事将让所有人动容，尤其在压力逐渐增加、自杀事件频传的此时，莲娜玛利亚的故事将使所有在痛苦中的朋友重获欢喜的力量，走出阴霾。 珍惜宝贵的人生。
主耶稣と二人森を行けば調べを合わせ歌う鳥たち新しい世界を見せてくれる我が主主イエスと森を歩いてゆくグラン鳥たちを日々の糧を心配しないしてあなたは神に愛されてる主イエスと森を歩いてゆく手に手を取って道を行けば行き止まりでも主が枝をあげ新しい小道を開いてくれるでしょう主イエスと森を歩いてゆく主イエスと共に歩いてゆく主イエスと共に歩いてゆく
You seem much fine. Good. Looking very good. Hi, Ennis. Hi there. Nice to meet you.
We can't do that when we
好，我们以掌声欢迎莲娜玛利亚。
Put this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sin as we have forgiven our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever.
好不好？我们站起来，好不好？我们站起来，为他的生命来喝彩，好不好？拿出我们的热情掌声。Lena Maria。Anders， 好不好？我们再一次我们的掌声，大声一点来，为他们的生命值得喝彩。我们在外面的朋友，拿出我们的掌声。